The latest numbers are in, and what they're saying about the real estate market just might surprise you. I know they did me. The full real estate update for 2020 coming right up. Hi, my name is Matt Terrio, CEO of Epic Real Estate, where I show people how to invest in real estate with an emphasis on retiring early. And if you do it right, the timing right now just might allow you to retire even earlier than you previously thought possible. And here's what I mean. To my surprise, the COVID era has been great for the housing market. Even better than baking bread memes, Zoom parties, and versus battles. When quarantines forced us to create home office space, we had to learn to balance work and homeschooling. And then we started shopping for new homes. Record low mortgage rates were reached due to the Fed's moves to lower the cost of other people's money across the economy. This has also helped boost demand for housing. The new data released this week showed the real estate market remained strong throughout the entire summer. In August, new home sales in the US increased at the fastest rate since 2006. So fast that we're running out of homes to sell. It's no wonder new home builder confidence just set an all-time high. I mean, at the current pace, we're gonna run out of homes for people to buy in just over 3 months. This massive demand for a tiny supply is driving prices to the stars. Not to mention, sellers aren't too excited about hosting open houses amid a global pandemic, nor do they really have to. But this could turn around very quickly due to two key factors. First, with the economy still deep in the tank and struggling to recover, people are grinding to pay their mortgages. We're looking at several million people that will hit the 9-month mark without having made a payment when the federal foreclosure moratorium expires at the end of the year. Per the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the data shows that 17% of FHA insured mortgages were delinquent in July. Second, the frantic buyer demand is pushing prices so high, leading to an affordability crisis, in which these higher home prices strip away the benefit from the lower interest rates. Even with those two factors that have historically spelled imminent doom for the real estate market, most experts aren't expecting a change in market conditions anytime soon. Danielle Hale, chief economist for Realtor.com, says, while it may not maintain its frenzy, housing demand is expected to remain strong for the rest of the year. Robert Dietz, chief economist for the National Association of Home Builders, says, housing demand will remain strong, supported by low mortgage interest rates, an improving labor market, and a suburban shift of buyer preferences. Todd Tata, Chief Product and Technology Officer at Adam Data Solutions, says, the odd price dynamic of outsized home price gains will normalize next spring as COVID eases and sellers get back into the market. So, as a real estate investor, it's really tough to tell what there is for us to do next. You know, with skyrocketing mortgage defaults and the affordability index about to max out, typically that would suggest a market bust is on the horizon. But with only 3 months of inventory, the lowest interest rates ever, and new home builder confidence at an all-time high, that would suggest a market boom for some time to come. Oh yeah, and we have this thing called an election that's quickly approaching, and a pretty divisive and decisive one at that, injecting unprecedented uncertainty into the mix. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take advantage of the substantial demand, and I'm gonna sell a few of the more problemed properties in my rental portfolio and look to the spring to redeploy those profits into new rentals, you know, when sellers are typically back out to play after the holidays. And then I'm gonna consider some super quick fix and flips with the opportunities that my seller marketing is generating. Bottom line, when demand is high, the riches are in the supply. So lock up your deals off market at wholesale prices and sell them on market at retail. Shoot, with retail buyers as frenzied as they are, you likely won't have to even fix them up before you sell them. Probably never been a better time since 2006 to double down on wholetailing. I mean, a deep cleaning inside and out, a new paint job, and a fresh bed of flowers in the front yard for some curb appeal might be all that's needed to maximize profit in rapid time. If you'd like to learn how to do that and get some one-on-one type help, maybe we should discuss it. Go to reiace.com. Watch a short video that I made for you there, answer a few questions, and then just pick a time to hop on the phone and tell us what you'd like to do. If we can help, we'll show you how. And if we can't, we'll just point you in the direction to someone that can. Sounds like a can't lose situation to me. So that first step is at reiace.com. And if not, hey, that's 100% okay with me. Besides, I give it all away here for free anyway, so just click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. With that said, how will you use what you learned today for maximum impact in your world? Share with me in the comments below. And if you know someone who also might find this useful, feel free to share it with them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.